Hello, hungry travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and we're back in Brazil, baby, eating fantastic food. And one thing you need to know is when you come to Brazil, you're going to be snacking a lot. Like Brazilians, yes, you can get your feijoada, the bean stew stuff, and you can have the rodizio with all the picanha and the beef and have those big meals. But honestly, sitting around having beers with your friend and just eating small snacks is one of the best parts of coming to Brazil. You're just like hanging out on the side of the road with a plastic table set and plastic chairs, having a beer, eating a salgado, the salty treats that are here. So good. So I want to give you those snacks that you're going to love when you come here to Brazil. And probably the most popular one you're going to see, whether you're at a lanchette, like a little cafe, you're at a restaurant, heck, it might be at your hotel, they might have them for you, is Pao de Queijo. And Pao de Queijo is just cheese bread, or think about cheese balls. And what it is made with tapioca flour and cheese, and it's just a little ball of wonderfulness. Like sometimes it'll be small, sometimes it'll be big, but what's nice, if you got gluten-free people on there, it's gluten-free because it's made with tapioca flour. The thing is, the Pao de Queijo, it's so popular you can get it outside of Brazil as well. So that's one of those things on you can definitely get at your local grocery store, or maybe one of the bigger grocery stores, because Pao de Queijo, oh, it's so good when you're here. Now the second snack on our list is coxinha de frango. And what the coxinha de frango is think about it as a chicken ball. And it's got like shredded chicken with some spices inside, and then it's put inside basically mashed potatoes and this kind of creamy cheese kind of stuff, and then they fry it, and it looks like a teardrop, but you're going to be having tears of happiness because they taste so good. They fry it up for you and you eat it, and what I would recommend is take a bite off the top, get some hot sauce, put it in for each bite. Oh my gosh, coxinha de frango, a definite must. Now the third snack I have for you is an empada. And empadas, that's Liam's favorite one, okay? What empada is imagine a really tiny pot pie, or a pie from England. It's kind of like that. And inside you might have chicken, or you might have carne seca, or you might have dried meats in there. There's different stuff that goes in there. It's put with some like creamy cheese in there, and it's so good. It could be small, it could be bigger, but that's another good one. Like those three right there, the pao de queijo, coxinha de frango, and empada, that's the go-to ones. Like that's the one you're probably going to have the best chance of finding all throughout Brazil because they're so good, and you're having that with your beers, okay? But the thing is, there's other snacks out there too. One is called quibe, and quibe, it's a Middle Eastern snack. You've probably seen it before. And what it is like wheat, mixed together with some ground beef, and it looks like kind of like a football, and they deep fry it. Now my Brazilian host father likes to eat them raw, which I do not recommend because, oh, gross. But they are a really nice little snack that's here that you can get when you are going around, and it is becoming more and more popular, so you're seeing it more places. Now another Brazilian snack you probably see back home in the health food aisle, or the internet saying this superfood will save your life, is acai. And acai, when you eat it, it's a little purple berry, okay? But when you eat it, it looks like purple sludge. Because what they do is they freeze it and they grind it up, and then usually you put like some granola on there and some banana, and it's like super healthy. It's really super healthy, makes for a great breakfast. That's why it's like everywhere in the world now. But acai here in Brazil, where it's from, oh, so good. You'll see it in little kiosks on the side of the road. Grab some for a nice like pick-me-up and get on your way. When it comes to snacks in Brazil, they love their hot dogs. And you don't just get a plain hot dog here. You get a hot dog with all kinds of stuff on it. So if you don't have 300 different ingredients on your hot dog in Brazil, you're not eating it right. So looking for a snack? Hot dogs, long, tasty, and full of stuff, all right? So when you have the meat on the stick kind of stuff, you have all kinds of good stuff. Maybe you want to get some garlic bread, you can do that. You get beef, you can get linguiça, the sausages that are here, they're fantastic. We've got the pancetta, oh my gosh, you little pork belly, can't go wrong. So anytime you see these, the meat things here, and you got a nice respectable place like this, you're gonna do good because it's just meat and flavorful and wonderful. So that's a snack you gotta have, okay? No matter where you are in South America, meat on a stick, you can't go wrong. Now, another snack you might see some places, and you don't see this one everywhere, okay? It's called tapioca. And no, I'm not talking about tapioca, the tapioca pudding you had as a kid. No. This, they take tapioca flour and make a pancake out of it, and they put a different filling in there. It could be meats, it could be cheeses. I like condensed milk. Yes, condensed milk. And they fold it over, and it makes it kind of like a white-looking taco-y kind of thing, like folded over, turnover, but made with tapioca flour. So again, it's gluten-free for my gluten-free friends, so you can have that. I've seen it a lot of times up the Northeast on the beaches. A lot of people have that there, so that's a really nice thing to have. Now another thing is really important. You have to realize here in Brazil, fruits are a thing. Like there's so many great fruits you're gonna have when you're here, and you want to have that. So sometimes you're just having papaya or melon or strawberries or bananas. There's so many different fruits that are here. You can have it in a vitaminas, which is like a smoothie for a snack, or you can just eat the fruit itself. One of my favorite things, my Brazilian mother, who I stay with, my host mother who's passed away, one of her favorite things to make me for breakfast. She would take a avocado, and it was like this big. She'd cut it in half, take out the stone, and then she'd cut it up, smash it up. She put lemon juice and sugar in there. Yeah, sugar and lime on the avocado. Just, oh my God, it was so good. But we would just have that. You know, and you have all these really great foods here. Guava, you can have guava here. There's one that's called Romeo and Julieta, or Romeo and Juliet, which is basically it's guava paste, okay, a goiaba paste, and then it has queijo mineiro, this soft white cheese from the Minas region. Oh my God, that is a really good one. You see a lot of places. Actually, sometimes you'll get that in a pastel, or some people put it in tapioca. So what a pastel is basically it's a deep fried turnover. And there's different stuff you can put inside. So you might have Romeo and Juliet where they put the cheese and the goiaba in there, the guava in there, which is really good, like fruity stuff. But also you can have meaty stuff. Like Liam loves calabresa and cheese, so like ham and cheese or sausage and cheese. He likes that in there. I had camarão with shrimp in there. It's so good. But my favorite, it's hard to find, is pastel de siri, which is the pastels with crab in it. Oh, that is so good, okay? Now, I want to go back to this queijo mineiro. So there's soft cheese, this queijo mineiro, this white cheese is popular like all over the country. And the thing is, though, if you can get it, my personal favorite, it's not the goiaba, not the guava and the queijo mineiro. It's queijo mineiro con doce de abóbora. So it's the Minas cheese with basically pumpkin jam. Oh my God, it is to die for. If you're in Minas Gerais, one of the states like north of Sao Paulo, you gotta have it. Like, you have to have it. Like, that is one of my favorite snacks I have in Brazil. My host mom used to, like, I'd come home from class, she'd be like, here you go. I'm like, thank you, because it was so good.
It's salty and sweet. It's got that perfect thing in the middle. Yeah, that's tasty. Big?
Cadê a Mafalda que não tá?
This is your mother's? Yeah.
Né? Cadê a Mafalda que não tá latindo o passarinho? Porque agora ela ficou famosa, né?
Oh, God, this is good.
Now, if you're looking for something a little more meaty when you're eating with your friends and having some drinks, you could have linguiça, which is a sausage. And one of the ones I like is they'll like cut it up for you and like the slices and some onions, and they light it on fire for you to like cook it right there. And some come pre-cooked when you have it, but linguiça is always a nice kind of like, I want something meaty. I don't want the carbs or whatever. So that's a nice little thing to do. Another snack you might find, especially if you're in like, it's from Bahia. Okay, this is one thing. It's called acarajé. So basically what acarajé is, when the main part of it is this bean paste dumpling. It looks like a big, like kind of brown baked potato thing. And it's bean paste and it's fried in dende oil. Oh my God, it's so good. And they cut it down the middle and they put vatapá, which is basically like Brazilian, like Thanksgiving dressing, but it's got like bread in it and shrimp all kind of smushed together. And then the palma is so good. And it's just so good. And you have that in there. And they put dried shrimp on top and then you eat it kind of like a taco, I guess. But what's cool is to really be a people have to be dressed in traditional Bahian wear, so that's kind of a cool thing to see. You'll be at like Imbu in Sao Paulo. You're like, hey, that's where I can get it because I can see from the outfits. Now, my Brazilian mom's favorite snack, though, was bolinha de bacalhau, and this is a codfish cake. So basically, they take dried cod, kind of wetting it and getting it up again. They fry it up with some batter in there, and you have these balls of codfish kind of in dough together. That's something really nice that she loved. I know I had to say that for her when we were here. And probably the most important sweet snack you should have when you come to Brazil is brigadeiro. And what brigadeiro is, it's chocolate made with condensed milk. So it's very like gooey, like it holds into a ball, but it's very, very soft, but it is incredible. And they'll make these little balls of it, and you'll see like sprinkles smushed into it. Believe me, you'll see it at the cafes. You'll see it all over the place. So the brigadeiro is something you should really have. And sometimes they have bolo de brigadeiro, which is a slice of brigadeiro cake. Oh my God, it's so good, okay? So I hope this helps you know some of the snacks you should have when you come to Brazil, because believe me, I've put on a number of kilos over the years coming here to Brazil, and I haven't regretted it at all because the food here is fantastic. Anyway, I hope you have a great time. If you want to learn more, we got more videos on the food and drinks of Brazil on our channel. So please subscribe. Bye from Brazil.